Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Mr. Leather Berlin 2023. His name is Miroto, he's from Bulgaria, but he lives in Berlin, in Germany. So, let's see what Miroto has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello Miroto, how are you?
Hey, hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's very hot in Berlin the last days, so it's
Wow,
very hot.
so the summer has been good in Berlin so far.
We didn't have summer.
Raining a lot.
We really didn't have summer.
In London as well, it's been raining a lot as well this summer. It haven't been some days it's been warm, but not every day.
It's not about the rain. It's just I think it's the third day now that we have above 20 degrees at all.
Wow, wow. So
Yeah.
Miro, so tell me, where are you from originally?
I'm Bulgarian. So Bulgarian. I moved to Berlin the very first time. I think I was 17.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I spent the last 15 years of my life on the Canary Islands, and
I,
I'm just now for a year and a half back to Berlin.
wow. And why the change? Walk me through a little bit about the change from Bulgaria to Gran Canaria and now Berlin.
Well, I came to study here in Berlin, so that was the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
And I moved to Gran Canaria for love at that time.
For what?
Love,
Oh, sweet.
you know, that great thing that drives us.
Santa, what were you studying in Berlin?
I studied 3D animation. I actually a 3D artist.
Wow,
So post-production, digital stuff and all these things, yeah.
I see. And where's about in Bulgaria you come from?
I'm from Burgas on the Black Sea, if you're a bit familiar with that.
I'm not. It's Sofia, the capital, isn't it?
That's the capital, that's the other side, exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's far away from the capital.
Exactly the opposite side of the country.
Wow. And tell me, what do you do for work, for living?
I've been working the gastronomy since I moved to the island, because in the Canary Islands, that's the only thing there is. It's just
Uh-huh.
hot restaurants because it's a very touristic place.
Yeah.
I used to have my own place for most of the time. And I was lucky enough to be able to sell both businesses just 10 days before COVID. So that
Wow.
gave me the opportunity to be a bit more free and to move back.
Uh-huh.
And here in Berlin, I'm working in one of the guest place in the scene. I'm in the Art Hotel Connection, exactly in the middle of the scene.
Uh-huh.
Exactly in the corner where you have also Fossum. It's just that building.
Wow. So you work in a store in Berlin, in a gay store?
No, it's a hotel. It's Art Hotel Connection. It's a
Ah,
yes.
I see. So it's a gay hotel in Berlin.
Yes, exactly.
I
It's
see.
exactly.
I see. Right. So, of course, you are Mr. Leather Berlin 2023. Yeah.
Yes, I
My,
can won that one. Yes, around
wow.
Easter.
So tell me a little bit about the journey so far. Walk me through a little bit about this opportunity that happened to you.
It's an opportunity that I took on myself. I wanted to enter the competition because I wanted to have a bit louder voice in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Because I grew up in Berlin, so discovered my sexuality in Berlin when I moved here, and I've been out for the rest of my life. I was like half my life I was away, and after I came back, I saw many things in the scene that didn't fit right with me,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to have a bigger audience and a louder voice, trying to change and to put things in the way that I see are better.
Mhm.
And I entered the competition, and it was a process of 5 days. Really, it was a competition for 5 days, and I won.
Amazing.
I didn't realize in the beginning what that meant, but ever since I have been traveling all over the place and being ambassador for the fetish scene in Berlin.
Wow.
Because in Berlin we don't have Mr. Fetish, we don't have Mr. Rubber and all these things. We have just the Mr. Leather. So I'm kind of representing the whole fetish scene.
Wow.
But it's not only outside Berlin. I am also I put it another, let's say, another task for me when I'm in Berlin, in my city, and when I'm outside of the city.
Mhm.
What I'm trying to change here in the city is when, like 20 years ago, when I was here in the scene was very different. The scene was very united. So you're
Mhm.
going to bars and you didn't have this separation of all the rubber people. You didn't have all the leather people separated and the army, the puppies. At that time, there were no puppies. So all the people were coming together. It was one party. It was all the club was really mixed. Unfortunately, this is not anymore the case. And it's not just one group, it's all groups. And you see the people very, very, very separated in groups, which is
Mhm.
sad. And for new comers to the fetish scene or to the gay scene, I can imagine that's very limiting
I
and
see.
not very welcoming.
I
So you
see.
have to pick one of those groups to be accepted. And that's not right.
I see. Interesting you saying that actually, because I had the interview with one of the contestant for the Mr. Bear Belgium 2024 because the competition is this year, and he said about the same thing as well. One of the thing that he wants to be involved is to get more the communities together. You know, not like.
Well, that's what I'm doing in Berlin. I'm doing it very active. I'm doing it in my way. I'm very proud of all my fetishes. I'm not just into leather. I'm into rubber. I'm into purple. I'm into everything.
Mhm.
And what I am actually, what my task, what I took on me as my
Yeah,
duty in Berlin is to go with all my fetishes in all the parties and just not be just one thing. It's
amazing.
very, it's very rewarding for me when I go in full rubber between all the leather guys that I know, and they start, "Oh, why you in rubber, but you're Mr. Leather?" And I said, "No, I'm not just this. I'm Mr. Leather for this year, but I'm this person, and I love this fetishes all my life. So this is me." And
Amazing.
this is what I'm trying to do. The people to see the someone who is very comfortable with his fetish, with his things that he loves, and just be out there and don't give a
Yeah.
about what other people say.
Amazing, amazing. I love that. I think that's the best part of you expressing yourself. You know, different. You can enjoy different things and still, you know, have the title and be still yourself. Right. So through the journey, Miroto, I'm going to explore more a little bit more about your journey so far, and Mr. Leather, and also I'm going to explore more about your life overall. Okay.
Yep,
Miroto, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
that's gonna be interesting.
Amazing. Welcome to William in the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Okay, flow from the fun questions. So I'm just gonna play a song now, just for us to move a little bit before the first question. Okay,
Yes. Okay.
let's do it. All right. Okay, Miroto. So during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, some reason you don't want to answer, always can change the question. Okay.
That would be all fine, I guess.
Right. First question for you is: what do you like the most about yourself?
What I love myself. I love myself for being very outspoken. I love
Mm-hmm.
for myself to be very honest. I dislike dishonesty and injustice. So that's a very big part of me.
Mm-hmm.
What I like mostly. it's just not one thing. The thing is, some people see it as an advantage, some people see it as a disadvantage, but it's I like that I kept my honesty, and I'm a very open person. I am not very judgmental.
Yeah.
I try, what I like about myself is I don't take other people's opinion for my opinion, and I always make my own opinion. And another thing that I like and don't like about myself at the same time, I'll do everything for love.
You do what? Sorry, everything
I will
what?
do everything for love.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So it's a thing. Sometimes I laugh about myself, sometimes I don't.
Yes, love can be a bit tricky. You know, love can hurt.
It's always
Love...
tricky.
Yes,
It's always
absolutely.
tricky.
Absolutely. As you said before, you move all the way from Bulgaria to Gran Canaria for love. And I
No,
think
it
it's
was from
a
Berlin. From Berlin. After I
thing.
studied here, because
I
I moved.
see. I see. Yeah. In the end of the day, it's a sweet thing. You know, you just learn. That's how life is. We just go through learning experiences.
I think the only thing that it's worth really risking everything in this life is love. You
Absolutely.
should always risk for it.
Amazing. Next question. Let's do it. All right. Next question for you is, right, I think, let me see. I don't think I saw any, but let's see. Would you ever get a tattoo, and what that would be?
Tattoos is a big topic for me for a very long time. I'm very into tattoos. I like tattoos. I am a bit scary about starting having a tattoos because I know I will get very addicted. And I from people, once you start, you don't stop. And I know that I won't stop. I know I won't stop, and still haven't done this first push. I probably for 20 years already, I have my directory on the computer saved with exactly the tattoos that I want. And
Wow.
through the years, some got changed what I want this, but it's something that I am scared to start because I won't stop. I will get very addicted because it's something that I'm really into.
Do you think one day you're going to do it?
I will be full covered in tattoos, that's for sure.
Wow.
That's
And
for sure.
And are you planning to do some, you're waiting for some time, or you're going to come whatever you feel like, okay, this time now?
I'm waiting. It's probably about my situation with work. I would love to do this probably together with my partner.
Okay.
And I would love to go that road together with him. So it's all about when we have the time and to do this together.
And your partner is from Berlin as well?
My partner is Brazilian. My partner is Brazilian, and I met him last year here in Berlin.
Oh, wow.
And we moved to live together now.
Where's about in Brazil he comes from?
He's from Porto Alegre.
Porto Alegre.
Yeah, I pronounced it right, yeah.
Yeah, Porto Alegre is the south of Brazil.
Yeah, I saw that. He was showing me so many videos and everything about it.
Yeah.
We're planning going there next year.
Amazing. So he's from the south. Where I come from the north.
Are you Brazilian as well?
Yes, I'm from Brazil, yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. But my state where I come from, it's like 3 hours more or less by plane from where he comes from. I'm more in the middle of Brazil. He's in the south. I'm more in the middle, in the north.
In the middle where the jungle is?
Yes, yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's
a dream of myself to visit the jungle. Oh my god. Yeah.
Okay, ready for another question?
Yes.
Let's do it. Next one. Okay, before the next question, tell me, in your opinion, what do you like the most about living in Berlin? What's the biggest joy of it? And the flip side, what do you find most challenging?
Berlin has always been a very open city. For me, I discovered Berlin through the gay scene and the party scene. So people, there are clubs here where you can go out and just be yourself. There are very mixed clubs where you can go as a drag, you can go full in leather, you can go full naked, you can go dressed as a butterfly. We have clubs like Kit Kat Clubs, one of the most famous clubs here in Berlin. It's
Mhm.
a place with probably 6, 7 dance floor with swimming pools with sauna inside one club.
Wow.
And it's a very open and accepting city.
Mm-hmm.
And Berlin is very international and not judgmental. That's the best part of Berlin. You can really be yourself in the city without the prejudices of people. This is the best part of it. And what I don't like about the city, I I love the city. The only thing that changes now, it has become very expensive. It used to be the cheapest capital in Europe, and now the prices are just escalating.
Wow.
Yes, because Berlin got affected a lot also by the war in Ukraine, and we got the biggest amount of refugees here. So, for example, there are no apartments left in the whole city. There is just no apartment.
Wow.
We are looking for a new apartment now since last year, and you're applying for one apartment, and you have already around 600-700 people before you
Wow.
in the first hour after the announcement comes. It's like Mission Impossible at the moment.
Wow.
I hope they will change something about this and there'll be more housing available. But at the moment, this is really difficult.
All right. Next question for you is, when have you been the most happy?
When I have been most happy, I'm always happy. I'm always happy. When I was most happy. I was most happy probably when my boyfriend took me in his arms and said, "I love you." Very first
Oh.
time.
And
Oh
how,
my God.
how
I was most happy also when every time he took me in his arms and everything. I'm a happy person. I'm a very happy person. I can be also very happy on my own.
I see. Oh,
So
and how did you guys meet up, you and your partner?
I met him just in front of my work in Prince just called the place, just outside, and
Uh-huh.
it was he passed by and just touched me from behind and just passed by and I turned around ready to shout at someone and then I just smiled at him and he smiled back
Wow.
and we started talking and I didn't want to stay at that place and I invited him to come visit me at my work the next day for a coffee and he came and the day after and the day after and the day after.
Wow.
So we started seeing each other for probably it was more than a week. We saw us every single day.
Wow.
So it was going up and down.
Oh, that's sweet. Very sweet.
It was very sweet.
Next
It was very
question.
romantic.
Let's do it. Next one. Hey, Miroto, next question for you is, right, if you were in a circus, yeah? Which character would you like to be and why?
Oof. I would love to be one of the acrobats. That's for sure. I love how much talent, how much work is there, and it's amazing what they put their bodies through. And I love the discipline. I really love the discipline of it. So I would be probably an acrobat because that's what amazes the people. That's what people make the people really do their jaws to drop.
I think they're very adventurous, I think.
I am. I'm always trying new things. I'm not scared from the unknown. I think you should try everything. I think you should try everything. You can be always surprised of something you didn't know about yourself.
Absolutely. I think you need to keep trying. You never know. As you say, you could always find your path. You know what I mean? A different path.
Well, or just another path that you can follow at the same time. Let's say it that way. You don't have to go just one path.
Absolutely. Next question. Can you hear the music or not?
I don't hear the music, but I love seeing you dancing.
Okay, next question for you is, right, if you could make up a new school subject, yeah, what that would be and why?
A new subject in school. What is very important for the school? I would. What they didn't teach us in school would be something about finance and something about
Mm-hmm.
managing, starting your life on your own. There is absolutely nothing in the school that prepares you for the start of your life alone. The moment you leave your parents' house, there is absolutely nothing in all the years from the beginning of the school, kindergarten, till you finish, that prepares you really for that. How to manage your money, how to find a new place, how to look for a job, how to plan your future and everything. There is no subject like this. Just it would be really just several hours in the last year or something. It's just small things just to prepare about this, about all the bureaucracy, all the documents you're gonna need. Really,
Yeah,
we lack this information. So you just get out of the school and you're just lost, or you just finish your university and you don't know what I'm doing now. You're getting to that point where you have to start discovering things on your own when you can learn this at school. We need this.
absolutely. I agree with you. And sometimes we just learn doing mistakes. Like for example, financial mistakes. Sometimes you don't know how to use your
That's
money. You don't know how to invest, how to put your money in
that's
the
the
right.
best way to learn it. Yes.
Yeah, that's how you learn. And if you had someone to give this knowledge for you, like growing up, for sure you'd be in a better place.
The thing is, everybody can tell you that the fire burns, but you still put your hands inside to try it out. you know, and then you learn it.
Did you like when you were growing up? Did you like school?
I loved school, and I still love school. That's something I really enjoyed going to school. I really enjoy learning new things. I enjoy learning new language.
Hmm.
This year I learned Portuguese.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has been like 3, 4 months now, and I learned Portuguese in that time. It's my
Wow.
seventh language, seventh, eighth language already.
Wow.
Yes, I love learning new things.
So tell me, which language can you speak? So your first language is Bulgarian.
Bulgarian, yes. English, obviously.
Yeah.
German.
Uh-huh.
I used to live in Amsterdam for a while, so there comes Dutch.
Wow.
In the school I had Russian, which is not very helpful at the moment, unfortunately. I learned Spanish after I went to Spain. I learned French afterwards.
Wow.
I can speak the German sign language. I actually signed up and learned Latin for several semesters, private, and but this doesn't count. And now Portuguese came also to it.
Wow. Amazing. And what's your favorite Portuguese word so far that you've learned?
Oof, what's my favorite word? Saudade?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
It's a word that has a lot of meaning behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
It's
it's
interesting.
a very lovely language. It's a very lovely language.
It's interesting about the word saudade because if you're gonna look the dictionary, there's no meaning. It's a Portuguese word that we created in Brazil. Even in Portugal, they don't. No, they use this word as well in Portugal. So it's a beautiful word because the meaning of it, as you said, could be is a feeling. It's a very special feeling that you feel. When you miss someone, when someone is far away from you, when you have this nostalgia. Thinking about that person or the moment as well. So I think it's a really, really beautiful, beautiful word. Actually, it's my favorite word as well in Portuguese because it's something that there's no meaning. It's just about the feeling, how you feel. You miss the situation, or a moment in your life, or a person, or it goes different ways.
And there is another word,
Yeah.
dogao.
Actually, I'll tell you something now. Actually, I made a note here about that because when I said I could see that you are a bike lover, yeah, motorcycle lover, and you put dogão in the end, I said, "My God, this is Portuguese." I got a bit. I said, "My God, I'm gonna ask him that because I saw here dogão means like big dog, yeah." So I was
Yeah,
like, and I was like, "Oh my
because
God."
I told you I like pop play, but when I grew up, we didn't have all this pop play, so it was more. I'm a very alpha dog when it comes to that, and this is what my boyfriend calls me, dogao.
Dogão.
So I love it.
Amazing. But that's connected with your fetish about puppy community or
My
not?
fetish and my boyfriend all both things at the same time. It's amazing. That's what he calls me. Because I'm not a puppy. I'm not a puppy. I'm a grown Doberman. Grown up Doberman, really.
I see, understand. Cool. Next question. Let's do it. Right, before the next question, tell me to walk me through a little bit about the experience of being Mr. Leather Berlin. So tell me, what's the biggest joy of it? Tell me your duties that you need to, there is something that you need to follow. I'm sure you have some events that you need to attend as well. So walk me through a little bit about the journey.
The best thing about the journey so far has been the feedback from the people. The people really coming to you and talking. I feel very approachable through it because people feel more free to come and just to start a conversation. They have something to start a conversation, like, "Oh, you're the new Mister. Congratulations! By the way, how?" I love this because sometimes people seem very not approachable. I don't know how to say it. They're a bit scared of me because I don't know, I'm a big man, so it's very strange. So people are a bit afraid to come to talk to me, even though I'm very nice and sweet guy. But some people feel intimidated sometimes. And this gives the opportunity to everybody to come talk to me, and I love this. The other aspect that I love from this is the traveling. I travel almost every week to a new city or country.
Wow.
And yes, you get really get invitation from all over the world for different events. Unfortunately, traveling is very expensive, and I still work 6 days a week in the hotel.
Wow.
So it's me taking holidays so I can travel, and it is very expensive.
I'm sure.
Very
And
expensive.
when it starts, when it's gonna be the other competition for the 2024, the next one?
That would be next Easter here in Berlin. It will be exactly 1 year where I need to give the sash to the next ambassador.
Yeah.
And after that, I think is where I got invited to the ML to compete in Chicago. So that would be my last place that I will attend as a Mr. Leather Berlin.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that experience.
So when you go to Chicago, it's going to be the international Mr. Leather.
Exactly.
I see. And when is it going to be?
That would be next year in May.
In May
I don't
next
know
year.
exactly when I hear that the dates are changing, but everybody's recommending it for just for the experience. They said it's a very nice thing to do.
I'm sure. Wow. Amazing.
So I can suggest anybody who is thinking or planning or have the ideas about joining one of those competitions. It's not a beauty competition. It's really about a good cause, and not about you winning or not you winning. It's just you being there, being part of it. It helps the scene.
Absolutely. Okay.
It's not really something that you go and just do like this. Like really, some people think it's, oh, your job is just to wave at people. No, that's not my job. My job is there to be presented in places. For example, I get invited in small cities where they have for their first ever gay pride, and I think it's very good for the small community to see that there is something more there. That's why I'm going there, so that they see you can be in leather and you can be outside on the street. You can be in full leather and be between the people and be happy. You don't have to hide it.
Amazing. Very good. It's open people's minds. That's how I see. You're opening people's minds. That's good.
Yes, because all the violence and all the bullying and everything what happens, it's caused due to the lack of education.
Yes.
That's the only thing. And you cannot always educate the people, but you can take them out of the unknown because people are scared of the things they don't know. And
absolutely.
If people think more and more people dressed up like this and being there out, people will get used to this. So it's not something that people start pointing fingers and laughing. It's just something that becomes part of the life. So this is what I do.
Amazing. Okay, talking about traveling, tell me where you planning to go for your next holidays.
Oh, I don't know if it's exactly holidays, but then I have 10 days to Gran Canaria. So there'll be the Mr. 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 Fetish International contest on the one
Mhm.
week, and the week after that, I'm part of the jury for the Mr. Fetish Gran Canaria. So that's what is planned for travel. That would be in the beginning of October, and just before that, there is end of September. There is a small event in Portugal that's happening in Lisbon. They invited me. It will be my very first time going there. So
Wow.
I'm very excited. It's just 3 days. It's just a
Uh-huh.
3 days event. I fly for 3 days. And that's something new. I've never been there. And now that I speak the language, or at least a similar language, it will be
Yeah.
great to travel here. And we have Folsom coming now to Berlin in some weeks, but that's not really traveling. It's just in front of my door.
What is that?
Folsom, the Folsom Street Fair in Europe.
What's that? Tell me about it.
You don't know about Folsom? So
This.
that's the biggest fetish event that is happening in the gay community in Europe.
Okay.
And I think there's the original one is in San Francisco, the Folsom Street.
Right.
And for around almost 20 years, we have it also here in Berlin. I was on the very first Folsom here. And it's really where the whole fetish community gets together for
Wow.
a weekend to celebrate. And it's a big street fair. The street gets closed. And it's amazing.
Wow. That's going to be in the end of September.
That's the beginning of September.
Beginning of September. So very soon then, in 2 weeks' time.
Very soon. We're getting ready. We're preparing the programs and everything.
Amazing. Right. I have 3 questions left for you. Okay, let's do it.
Amazing.
Okay, next question for you is, if I would ask your best friend right now to define yourself in 1 positive word and 1 negative word only, what your best friend would say?
What my best friend would say about positive, he'll start laughing. But about negative, he'll say, not patient. This is
Really?
really, yes. This is a very big part of me. I'm very impatient. I'm very, very impatient. And I know that. I know that about myself. I know it's not a very good thing. And I'm trying to be more patient, but it's difficult for me.
Saying that, when you think about Bulgaria, yeah, your hometown, your country, what's the best memory that comes to your mind?
I remember being with my father out in the forest, and we had a very nice walk. I lost my father some years ago, and one of the best memories I have is me having that walk with him just in the forest. And I must have been around, I don't know, 10, 11.
Wow. Do you have siblings as well or not?
Sorry?
Do you have siblings as well, brothers and sisters or not?
I have a sister. My parents got divorced, and I didn't have a very healthy relationship with my father. And the moment I came out to him, this is the last time I saw him.
Wow.
I never had the opportunity to fix this. And I think, as I told you, it's probably not his fault about that.
Yeah.
He just never got confronted with something like this. He never seen comes from a small city. He never seen something. I guess he just didn't know how to react to that. And this pushed me a lot also to be out there and provoke also other people that don't have any contact with this, just to see that there is something else. They are gay people. There are people that are outside and are gay. You know, that it's with the hope that won't happen to someone else. And really, I never had the opportunity to fix that relationship with him. Then I lost it. That's my biggest regret, that there are people out there that are not educated on this, and they're scared, and families is apart because of these things. Unfortunately, it's still happening nowadays.
Absolutely. As you said, they don't have the knowledge, they don't understand, and that's why they're scared. They don't know how to deal with. For them, something that is out of their world, you know. And of course, I think if they would have more information or more, you know, I think there would be a different approach for sure.
That's what drives me a lot also in me as a Mr. Mr. Leda and as an ambassador just to go out and be present. It's one of the drives I have. This is what happens with my family.
Amazing. Very good. Right, 2 questions left. Let's do it. Before the next question, tell me something. Being the Mr. Leather, in this experience you have right now, when was the moment that the idea came along? You said, okay, I'm gonna sign up to the competition. Did someone encourage you, or you just felt like, okay, I'm gonna see if I can make it?
No, I actually entered the competition because one of my competitors, probably some weeks before the competition, he came to me and he came with some problems. He told me he doesn't fit very well in the community because he's like his friends are just pushing him and laughing because he's a bit feminine. He doesn't fit, this leather, whatever this is. And he asked me about advice, how I'm dealing with this, how I can be everything, how I'm dealing with being in public and not always being a master, sometimes being a bottom guy, and how I'm dealing with these things. And I tried to explain him that you should not listen to other people. I told you, look at me. I don't give a about what other people, and I'm happy, and I'm still there, and I don't let them bring me down. And there was a moment when one of his best friends laughed at him behind his back about him trying to be this or this or this. And I stood up and put him in place and I shut him up. And this is the moment when I realized I have to do this on a bigger scale. This cannot be the thing. And this pushed me actually to enter the competition.
Wow.
And during the competition, actually, I became a very good friend with this guy. And it was a very nice experience.
Wow. Did you think that you could win? Did you have like a feeling that you could be the winner?
That was my goal.
Amazing.
That was my goal. That's why I entered.
Wow.
And I think I did my job well.
How many people were during the competition?
We were 3 guys and 3 very strong competitors.
Wow.
And it was really like 5 days meeting the juries. We have interviews one-on-one or interviews with the public and everything. It was very international jury as well. We had the Mr. International Leather there. We had the owner of the Mr. Bishop. Then we had the Mr. Fetish Germany also there. It's also the guy who is organizing the Darklands in Antwerp. So really very international, big jury. Wow. And we had also one of the days we had to present something on the stage, like make a show and such stuff, and another round of questions and different outfits and blah, blah, blah. It was very nice. It was a very, very nice experience. And the feedback from the people, it's amazing. Really, we received so much love just for being there.
Amazing. Good. Next question for you is, tell us a funny story or a moment that happened to you when you were a child at school.
A funny story when I was at school. I'm all the time in school. That's the funny thing. I'm all the time in school. I had one very funny story, but that happened a bit after that. That was when I came out to my mother, but with my mother, she's all okay. Yes, that's all good. Just promise me you'll make me a grandmother. Just promise me you'll make me a grandmother. And this has been going since I was really in the school. Till lately, she still keeps calling me, asking me when I'm gonna make me a grandmother. And I was like, go speak to my sister. put your hopes there. And she told me, I gave her a call, but she offered me a cat. I still laugh about this. Yes, I called her, but she offered me a cat.
Which person in your family you are more close to?
I have only my mother and my sister, and I think I'm not very close with any of them because we live in a very far away.
Okay.
My mother is living in the south of France, and my sister is living in Madrid.
Oh, wow.
And yes, so I see them very, very rare, but we still
Mhm.
call each other, and it's just life separated us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think today,
But they're all good. They're doing well.
yeah, with technology nowadays, you can call, you can do FaceTime, you can always see them. So it's always nowadays
So every week.
that's a good part of technology.
Yes,
Ready for the last question, Miroto?
yes, of course.
Last one. Let's do it. But before the last question, my question to you is: so people watch the interview, they would like to, to enter a bigger competition, like a formal one, like yours, like Mr. Berlin Leather, or those big competition. What would be your best piece of advice for those people?
Know what you stand for.
Mhm.
Go with a clear idea. Don't go just for, oh, let's have fun. Let's do something for fun. Go
Yeah,
with an idea because it's an important job. It's not just something you do, oh, because I feel like this today. Um, it's a very big opportunity to change something in the scene.
hmm,
So when you enter this competition, enter with a very clear mind and a very clear idea what you want to do,
amazing.
and be yourself. Know what you're fighting for. Let's say this way, because if you're lost, you cannot do anything.
I see. All right. Last question for you is: where do you want to be in 10 years' time from now?
I want to be next to my partner.
Oh,
That's the only thing I can say. For the rest, it doesn't matter.
oh my God, that's sweet.
It just doesn't matter. I hope it will be on a new place, somewhere, something new,
Uh huh.
somewhere far away. But as long as I'm with him, it doesn't matter really. I'm very, very much in love.
I can see him watch this interview right now and smiling with your beautiful words. Amazing. Okay, it's not the end yet. Okay, let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell me one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
Okay.
One word for money.
Uh, Work,
Family.
difficult.
Life.
Uh, Holidays.
Sex.
Uh, Sex, porn,
One word for love.
love, Fabio.
Oh, politics.
Um, Taboo,
Okay, religion.
no go,
Fear.
no fear,
Friendship.
everything. It means
Des-
everything to me. On
desire.
desire, desire. That would be experimenting or something like this.
Okay, regret.
Uh, One regret: my father not fixing my relationship with him. That's the only regret I have in my life.
Okay, success.
Uh, Success. I guess knowledge, learning new things.
Wish.
Uh, wish. More free time.
Okay. one one word for happiness.
One word for happiness. One word for happiness. That would be to go.
Dogão. Oh, I love it. One word for Berlin.
Berlin. Oh, perfect.
Oh, one word for Bulgaria.
Um, Saudade.
Beautiful. I like that. One word for fetish.
Oh, I cannot just say one word. Ooh, that's very difficult. One word for fetish. Berlin. I would say
Okay.
just Berlin. It's the capital of the fetish life in Europe.
One word for leather.
Leather. Me.
Okay. And the last one now. One word for Mr. Leather Berlin 2023.
Doberman.
Amazing. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet Fabio, yeah, for a coffee, and I'm going to ask Fabio, tell me what is the most beautiful thing about Miroto, and tell me something that he still needs to work on, to improve on. What Fabio would say.
Ooh, I have no idea. I really have no idea. I hope something nice. I hope it's gonna be something nice.
So let's put the question a different way. Let's say if I ask Fabio to define you in one positive word and one negative word, what he would say.
Positive, he will say about me that I'm always laughing.
Mm-hmm.
That he always say my smile is the best thing for me, and that's something he says. About negative, it will be also my impatience. I'm not patient also with him sometimes, and he's suffering with that. So I guess that's a big negative point about me that I know. Yes, he would say exactly the same. I'm sure.
He would say in Portuguese, impaciente.
Impaciente, muito impaciente.
Muito impaciente, yeah. Let's play now Miroto and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before you ask me the question, tell me what's your favorite Bulgarian word?
My favorite Bulgarian word. It's something that became up to me some years ago when I was learning some. I don't know. It was, I think, when I was learning Spanish, and then I realized how funny this word is in Bulgarian. It's called jaba.
Java.
Jaba, which means a frog. That means a frog. But I found this word that it's so funny in Bulgarian language because it doesn't fit anything.
Jaba. I like it.
Jaba.
And what's your favorite German word?
My favorite German word. I probably Krankenhaus.
Which means?
Hospital. It's very strange, but it's it's difficult, so different from all other languages, so it's just like Krankenhaus.
Okay, you can ask me a question now, Miroto.
I would love to know, you probably also have your fetishes. I would love to know what fetish you haven't tried yet, but you're interesting and you want to try, but you haven't done till now, or you haven't explored what that would be.
I love the question. I love the question. Right. Okay. I'm gonna answer this question in two ways. Okay. The first way I'm gonna answer this question is, I when I see, for me, one of the fetish that I see that turns me on, like get my attention, skinhead guys, skinheads. Okay. Oh my God, when I see those guys, skinheads, like for me, it's like, wow. It's something that I can tell I never kind of had experience, like experience, like sexual experience with them, like with skinhead guys. And also it's something that's, when I think about, that gives me, I never kind of had let's say, oh my God, very personal question. I never had like a, let's say, experience, like sexual experience wearing, but I think rubber, it's something that it gets my attention when I think about like wearing. I think I would feel very maybe sexy or strong or powerful or desired when I think about rubber. It's something that I've seen, some guys post things online, and leather as well. Leather is something that's as well that I never been fully dressed in leather. It's something as well that gets my attention. So I'll define half day. I'd love to wear leather, have some experience. At the same time as well, half of the day I'd like to have some rubber as well.
So something that you haven't done but you will do, if, as you say, it's having sex in rubber, or just dressed up in rubber?
I never had sex with rubber, wearing rubber. It's something that I think I would get interested to try.
Okay, why you haven't? What stops you?
Good question, actually. I think it's because maybe I didn't have the opportunity yet, or maybe I didn't have the like the experience. I'm gonna share something with you. I remember once I met a lovely man that was into rubber, and I think it came from that situation. That's why, because I was at his place, and he had this a little bit of a collection of rubber, and he said, "Please, can you put it on?" One of these, I had like a collection, and I said, okay, I never put it before. And I put a short, like a short, and I think that's the moment when I felt very powerful and sexy, because when I put it on the shorts, it was like, wow, that's amazing. And I put the shorts on. And I think because of his reaction, it kind of helped me to turn me on as well. You know what I mean? I kind of felt very sexy or powerful. I don't know. I remember the feeling of, wearing that, but we didn't have a sexual. I wasn't wearing that, but when I put it on, I just felt. I look in the mirror. I said, "My goodness, that's something sexy and nice." But for some reason, I'm talking about a long time ago. I was quite young, and I didn't have much knowledge about fetish, about what I mean. Nowadays, I'm more, let's say, educated about it. But at the time, I just put it on because he asked me to. And when I put it on, I was just looking in the mirror, and I felt really sexy and powerful with wearing those, rubber. And since then, I didn't have the opportunity to put it on again and having, let's say, a moment with someone.
I would encourage you to go and explore further that side of you.
I will.
Try new things. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised about yourself.
Absolutely.
Very
When
good.
I'd like to come to Berlin one day and, explore myself on this.
You are welcome here in the city. You'll be very welcome in the city.
I'd love to actually. I think, again, exploring your sexuality, exploring desires, exploring fetish. I think it's something about uh, freeing yourself. It's about, expressing ways that maybe you never explored before. So, yeah, that's my answer to you.
Hey, that's lovely. That's lovely. I would love to hear this from more people. Really. The people that are really not scared and try new things. This is
Absolutely. I
the best
think that
part.
totally. And as we said, I think exploring, different things in your life, you never know, you might find your way, and it'll be even more happier, in different, you just need to try, be open-minded, and you never know where it can take you.
It makes life much more enjoyable.
That's true. That's true, actually. I love the question. I really like the question. I never been asked this question before. Very good. I've been asked about, I had a few guys on the show where they were into fetish and this and that, and they asked me about fetish. But it's the first time that I've been asked this way, like what I would love to, to have experience with fetish. I love it. I love that.
But now
Amazing.
the people know. Now the people around know.
Now they know.
Now
Now they
it's out
will
there.
know. I just hope that people go, William, come here. I'm gonna educate you even more now. Let's meet up and let's wear leather or rubber and let's enjoy.
I love that.
Amazing.
Thank you
Miroto,
very much for this experience. It has been very lovely talking to you.
thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks again for being so open and so sweet as well in accepting the invitation. And I see you guys in Berlin one day.
I hope so. I hope so. Send you love.
Take care. But before you go, just if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
I would love everybody to try new things.
Mm-hmm.
Be out there. Try to be yourself. Try not to hide. Don't hide from other people. And the most important is don't hide from yourself. Be honest with yourself and love yourself. Many people think that fetish is something dirty and something should not be in public. But fetish is something very personal, and it means something totally different for every person out there. So
Absolutely.
find what's you, what part of you is makes you happy, and just go explore it and be happy with yourself.
Absolutely.
That's my message. Be out there, be proud of yourself, be yourself.
Amazing. Thank you so much, and we keep in touch, Miroto. It was a pleasure. Okay, thank you. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good
Ciao.
night. Ciao, ciao. Bye bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.